Assistant President, I rise to take note of answers given by the Minister for Housing. I was very interested to see the staunch defence of her government's work in this area, because the reality is that as of May 30 this year, housing approvals are down 11%, which is the lowest in a decade. So when we're talking about the actual delivery, the construction, the market, stepping up to the plate and being able to build the houses that we clearly need in New South Wales, desperately need in New South Wales, the reality is that this government is putting in place a framework that is disincentivising construction companies, builders, developers from actually coming forward and wanting to build those homes. The target that was agreed to by the Premier through the National Housing Accord, the 377,000 homes to be built in 5 years, was a number that was given to the Premier by the Prime Minister, presumably. The Premier agreed to that number without even consulting his planning minister. It was revealed in budget estimates that the Premier did not even go to his own government ministers to ask if it was possible that this target could be achieved. And we know now that the Premier has no faith in that target, that the target is meaningless. He has already come out on multiple occasions to say that he doesn't really think that it's achievable. This week he spoke about it essentially being a stretch target, something that we might aim to achieve, that it would be nice if we got to. Well, what's the point in having a target at all? What is the point of agreeing to something that, one, he didn't even know if he could deliver or not, but then two, deciding that it's better to give up, and when you've got policies in place that are not being responded to by the market. I mean, we've got additional tariffs and taxes and fees on construction. We've got construction fees that are being implemented at a point that the industry specifically pleaded with the government to change, because instead of being implemented, this is the housing and productivity contribution, that instead of being implemented at the completion phase of construction, it is being included at when the construction certificate is first given to the company, which means that you've got probably 5 years between the actual beginning of construction and the completion of the building, where that money is just having to be loaned by construction companies. I mean, it doesn't make sense. This housing situation is an absolute mess because of this government.